Hi, I'm Annie. I'm 20 years old and I work at a coffee shop in Temple City, California. By the way, I'm on the internet. I'm thebomb.com. Annie.blogspot.com is, I guess, where I live on the internet. You can look at all my videos from there. A blog is, in my opinion, anyway, it's like a reverse chronological list of posts, and they can be anything. They can be text, sound files, links, videos. I blog because I want to keep a record of my life and because it's fun sometimes. It's funny to look back and just laugh at my little videos. I feel like I'm my own historian, and if I don't keep a record of this stuff, no one else will, so might as well do it, and I can share it with other people on the web. I guess the precursor to blogs was having a little diary online, and I had one. Everything was literally hand-coded. There was no blogger software or anything. Like if you wanted to write an entry, you would type it out, you would code it, and you would like upload the one page, and you would change all the links to point to that new page. And it was just, I don't know, it's madness to think now how we used to do everything by hand. I learned how to code HTML when I was really young. I remember having a website in 6th grade, and I believe it was called like Annie's World of Craziness. It was like one page, and there were like a couple buttons on there. And I just remember there was a lot of purple and a lot of pink. So now I've stepped it up, and I guess I host my own video blog now, I guess. So I really am hosting my own shows. I really want to take my friends to an arcade, like with old games, just because I think the competition would be really funny to capture. You just have to start with filming something. Sometimes it may take more than one shot. I upload the files from my camera to the computer, and then I dump those into iMovie, and I play with it in there, and I try to make it look cool, and then I save it. There's this whole encoding process that you have to go through to get it compressed down small enough for the web. And then you stick it online. I put my videos on blip.tv. Then I go into my blog and I link to that file and I write a little blurb about it, and that's how I make a video blog. Like other people have been like, oh, I started a video blog because I saw yours and it was really cool, and I get really excited when they do that because it's like cool. I totally inspired someone to do something. I have an international audience too. Like I didn't know I could be so like far-reaching with just, you know, click and post. I don't usually just sit down and flip through channels. I'll flip open my laptop and flip through my blogs. I use the internet in pretty much almost every aspect of my life. Like I look up everything on the internet. When something comes into my life, like I'll get really into it and really be into researching it, and I'll research the life out of it like on the internet. And I mean the whole social networking aspect of it. I do have a MySpace page. It's actually a very big part of my life. We're like the MySpace generation, like raised on the internet. Like we're born with our hands on the keyboard. It comes really naturally to us to always be pressing buttons and always have our like faces looking at some kind of LCD screen. My family's one of the last families to get broadband. It just was time to upgrade. And I'd been wanting it for a while, but it just took some convincing because it is more expensive than dial-up. With video and video blogging, I started watching other people's video blogs when I had dial-up, and it was really like slow. Okay, so I'd set it to download. I'd like go to school, I'd come back and be like, all right, I can watch this one video. After I got broadband, I started making my own and posting them. I use a DSL connection during peak user times. I feel like, oh man, this should really be loading a lot faster. It really upsets me if my DSL goes down because then I don't know what to do. And I feel very at a loss without my internet connection. And it usually takes a little bit of time to pinpoint whether that's a problem with the Wi-Fi connection in our house, or if it's our DSL modem, or if it's actually something with the provider itself. It drives me crazy if I have my cell phone but I don't have reception. If you have good service, you'll maybe tell one friend, but if you have bad service, you'll tell 10 friends. I don't feel that loyal to my company. The regular rates kicked in, so we're actually thinking about switching to a different provider. The regular rate is so much more expensive than the like introductory incentive rate, from like 20 bucks a month to like 60. I have so many choices that I am able to shop around. If I were to be paying more for a service, I'd expect their technical support and their customer service to be Really, really helpful. Like, I like to know that it's reliable. Like, if it's constantly gonna be down, I don't wanna be paying for something that's not always working. I have an iPod. I love it. I use it a lot to listen to music in the car when I'm driving and singing along. So yeah, I love my Apples. A gadget that would mold like my three top gadgets, like the iPod, the camera, cell phone. Really awesome though, everything has to be really awesome. In one tiny package, that'd be really cool. I'm just waiting for technology to get faster and for it to get cheaper. Video blogging, it's still kind of in its own little niche.
But they can have a focused niche, you know, trying to do things with advertising or sponsorships. I made a video of my neighbor. She bought the car that I want, a red Mini Cooper. Like, oh, I'm gonna make a video blog about Mary, and maybe I'll get her to take me for a ride in her Mini Cooper. We made this and people commented, they're like, man, that's a great commercial for Mini Coopers. I think those kind of things would make a huge difference to companies, to businesses.
Bigger companies like Apple are catching on to it, and as soon as they develop the tools to make it really, really easy, like easier than it is right now, I think people are definitely gonna pick up on it, and it's gonna be so prevalent, it'll just be like watching TV. In my peer group started to get 100 times faster speed, I'd wanna switch because they'd start doing things that would require 100 times faster speed, and I would feel left behind. If everyone else jumped off a bridge, I'd be right there with them. Right now, our video blogs are like 320 by 280 or whatever the small size is, but if we had 100 times bandwidth, we could go to full screen video blogs. So I could be dancing across your screen in full-blown widescreen vision.